Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to our call. This is week 2 Zoom chat for new coach training, and I'm super excited to just share with you some knowledge about furthering the steps of the invitation process. And now you're getting started. You've started inviting people. You know, I know that you've gotten some yeses, but I also know that you've gotten a lot of no's, and that's typically exactly what happens because, you know, really probably out of 10 people you invite, maybe 1 or 2 might say yes, or maybe. So, you know, it really is just keeping that volume up and keeping going to invite more people, because most of the time when people are saying no, it's not really no. It's really, I don't know enough, or I don't have enough information, or I'm not quite ready. But they'll start watching you and they'll start watching what you do. And that is the key, because you've fostered and planted a seed. You've gotten them to start watching what you're doing. And when they're ready, they'll be ready and they'll jump in. So continue to provide value, you know, create good value on your Facebook posts or on your social media posts through if you're building, you know, an email list. And you want to start a newsletter, whatever methods that you're using to help give more information to people, do that and keep doing that and sharing, and it will make a big difference. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is really how to handle some of those objections that you're hearing, and some of the most common objections, so that you can really help people more. That's really what it is just getting clarification and positioning yourself to really be able to help them more. So before we get started, I wanted to just kind of take you on a little tutorial of a couple more things in your back office. I want to keep giving you more and more information, more and more resources. And that's the thing, is just keep being a student. You don't have to know and do all of this at once, but as you keep learning more, you're going to be more knowledgeable, you're going to be more comfortable with the products, the programs, you're going to be more confident in talking to people, and it's really up to you to continue to be that student, to master this information. And again, you don't have to know it all, but the more information you have, the more you can help people, the more you'll know how to help point them to the right programs and the right things, or maybe to make the right recommendations for them. So, you know, use your Beachbody On Demand, try the different workouts, get in your back office, learn about the programs and the products. And I'm going to show you that tonight, where to do that and how to do that. So, and just keep being a student as you have more time, keep going and keep doing that to help them to learn more. So I'm going to screen share my screen here. Maybe. Okay. All right, let me get to the right place here. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can move this. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let me get to homepage in our back office. So this is your Coach Online office. So when you log in, this is what you're going to see. And I want you to spend some time. This sales and marketing tab is somewhere where we're going to find a lot of information, and you're going to get a lot of that education with the product, tools, and things like that. So if you go to this sales and marketing tab and you go to business tools, what you'll find here is all of the product toolkits. So all of the programs and the products that Beachbody makes. You'll see everything from nutrition, like the 3-day refresh and Shakeology and the performance line, to all of the programs. You've got 21-day fix, 21-day fix extreme, etc. All of those will give you a lot of information to help you learn about the programs. So let's take 21-day fix, for example, because I think that is probably the one that we might be able to utilize the most. So with the 21-day fix product toolkit, so you've got a training guide, so it tells you more about what the 21-day fix is, why it works, what's included, who's it for. So it really helps you to learn, you know, how to ask through questions to find if this is the right program for them. Some talking points, you know, just to have conversation about the program and how to better do that. some frequently asked questions, how to answer some of those frequently asked questions that you'll get about the 21-day fix. And then as you start leading your 21-day fix challenge groups, right here, you've got a guide to help guide your people every day with a different post through that 21-day fix. So, some of you have been in challenge groups before. Some of you are just joining and starting in a challenge group now. But this is exactly what I do. I take these posts and I've just kind of accumulated other ones that I like or things that I feel are important to incorporate into these groups. I just kind of made it my own. But I started right here just using these guides that they already have developed for us and that they already have put together, so that you just have a daily post every day, and it's already put together. You cut and paste. You can put it into your group, change it and flavor it how you want to if you desire to do that, and off you go. So that's a really, really good resource to look into. Then you also have marketing tools available to you. So here you've got 21-day fix food list, grocery list, the tally sheets that they can use to mark their containers. You've got a meal planner so they can use to plan their meals. These are some great resources here too. So you've got the 21-day fix vegan eating plan, which is great because, not everyone's going to be eating just off a regular diet. So you might have to help people with some accommodations. And then a quick start container chart. You've got sample Facebook posts here. So if you're struggling with what to post about the 21-day fix on social media, or questions that you can ask, engaging questions for people, go to this sheet because it'll help you to find a lot of tools and things that are available for you. You've also got here a link to the promo video so that you can show people about the 21-day fix. And what's great about these promo videos is that when you copy the link right here from this page from your back office, it actually links to your page. So if you send this to someone and they decide right away that they want to purchase the 21-day fix or a challenge pack, and they click on that from the video, it'll immediately go right into your site. So they'll be your customer, and it sets them up that way. So if you're sending people videos, this is a great place to go as your back office and into this product toolkits, so that you can get that link right from right to your website. So, there's e-cards that you can send out to people, an email template, that you can tell people about. So take advantage to really dig into this part of your back office. Now, that was just for the 21-day fix. They've got that for every single program and every product. So if you want, again, I really love the sample Facebook posts. They're great for your challenge groups. They're also great for ideas to post on social media. So think about Shakeology or how to help people learn more about the performance line or the different products and programs. Right now, the promotion on the 3-day refresh challenge pack, so if you are doing the 3-day refresh, how do you share that? Or how do you share more information to help get people interested in that? Those tools are all here right in your back office. So spend some time educating yourself, take some notes, learn a little bit about each product, at least make sure you've watched those promo videos. And this is something, again, that you can build over time. So start with some of the ones that you're most familiar with. If you've done the 21-day fix or 21-day fix extreme, if you're going to do or have done the 3-day refresh, is a really great one. Shakeology, of course, you want to definitely be knowledgeable. And I know I posted a lot of tools and training in our group site just a couple of days ago on Shakeology, but that's really the cornerstone of your business, is helping people with good nutrition, and that in Shakeology is where that all starts. So that enough about that, but I wanted to show you that so that you know and have that available to you. So the second part on your back office that I wanted to just show you quickly tonight, that you can be utilizing, is the news and training. So if you go to the news and training tab, go down here to training. Right here, you get training. There's an overview, how to get started, which would be a lot of the things that were included in your 7-day quick start. And then it has training for each rank as you continue to advance as a coach. So, if you're a coach, start here. You're going to want to do this training to get started. So it says do this, so it gives you the things that you need to do to build a strong business. and then also links to training or different things that you need to know this. So it talks about things that you should know, as a new coach, things that you want to know, and then also things that you want to learn how to do. So how to get started, how to connect with people, how to invite, how do you earn money, know about Shakeology and the Beachbody products, as we just talked about. So it gives you links and trainings to all of those things. And then it also talks about the leadership ladder. So, and the leadership ladder is really going to be key, and you'll see me talk about it a lot, because even more important than what rank you are is building a strong foundation for your business. And the leadership ladder and these benchmarks will help you to know how you're doing to build a good, strong foundation. Because I've seen a lot of coaches become emerald coaches, but those people aren't committed, or they're not helping those coaches to grow. And, in turn, they kind of falter back and forth between rank, and it's just not built on a strong foundation. So we want to help you not only rank advance so that you can take advantage of the bonuses and the lead programs, but we want to help you do it in a strong way that help you to consistently make sure you're growing your business too. So, but as you advance through each rank, you'll have that. And then here, there's a whole training library section, which can answer any questions. So if you want to be learning more about challenge groups, you can go here to the challenge group category, and there'll be resources here for you to help you get started. If you want to learn about, here's the Coach Basics program, which you'll find, the guide to how to help your coaches get started right and to lead them too. So everything that you want to know is here to help you with that. So if you guys feel like you're on the phone, I'm muting your line. We're getting some back noise. So if you would just mute yourselves. Not sure if I can do that. Thank you. So, so check out those two sites, though, on your back office. So every week I'm going to try to bring you just a little bit more information on what's there, but, be a student. That's, as fast as you want to run in this business, you can. And the more you learn, and the more you utilize a lot of these things for your professional development and get yourself educated, again, the more confident you're going to feel in talking with people and in doing the things that, in being able to answer questions and things like that too. So if you guys have any questions on your back office, if you want to ask those now, I'll take just a minute to answer a couple of questions before we dive into our topic of handling objections tonight. Anything in particular? Okay, awesome. Great. Well, if you have some, again, please use our group site, post any questions there. I love to hear from you guys. That lets me know that you're getting in there, that you're learning, that you're diving in. So I think that that's really great. So tonight we're going to talk about how to overcome and how to handle objections. So if you go to, again, that training section in your back office under the training library and inviting, you will find this PDF here, How to Overcome Objections. And I'm going to utilize this tonight because I think it's a really great tool, and you can reference this. You could print it off and keep it in a binder with your things, or have it somewhere where it's easily accessible to you, so that as you come in contact with different objections and maybe you don't know how to answer it, this is a really great guide for some of the most the most common objections that you will probably get in your business. So the thing that I want you to remember about objections is that, one, again, this is not personal. If somebody doesn't accept your invitation to join your challenge group or to learn more about coaching, that is not anything, it has nothing to do with you, really. It really is just that they probably don't know enough, or they just are seeking more information, or need to have more information. So I want you to really be excited to hear those no's, because it gives you an opportunity to ask more questions. And as you have the opportunity to ask more questions, it gives you, one, it positions you as the expert and the person of trust. So they're giving you that opportunity to help them, and it helps you to kind of be in the lead there, and it helps to show that you care, right, and that you're sincere, and that you want to offer them the correct solutions when you are there to help answer their questions. So the key to really handling objections is to get more information, to really find out what their pain is, or what they need to know more of, because that's really what it really comes down to. So feel empowered, and just start trying to practice asking more questions. If people say no, or not right now, or I don't think that's for me, or they ask you questions, ask them some questions back, so that you really understand what they do need to know and what they want to know, so that you can help them best. So just taking you through this document a little bit, again, it references the 5-step invitation process, which we've talked a lot about this last week, and we've created some scripts for you to help you through that. Also, this also references how to build relationships with people, which is really important, because, along with inviting people to your group, you want to be having conversations not about Beachbody too, and just helping to strengthen some of the relationships that you have, or reconnect with people that you might be able to help or invite to your groups in the future. So what I am holding myself accountable for right now, and really pushing for, is to have 5 conversations each day that aren't related to Beachbody, invite 3 people to a challenge group, and to invite 2 people to hear about coaching. So some days that's a big number, but other days I can really crush that number. And I know if I can just do that enough times during a week, during a month, I'm going to have a tremendous amount of success. So make sure that you have your benchmarks, and that you're really setting yourself up for success by having enough conversations each day. And, it doesn't have to be hard. Again, you can use some of those scripts to cut and paste some of this information, about your challenge group invites and things like that, where you can really get efficient to do this quickly, and just post with that personal message at the end for those individuals. So don't overthink that, and then just talk to people. That's your job, is really, your success is just talking to people, getting to know them, being interested in them and their life, and what they're about, what they like. And, eventually there's going to be a time where they need your help and support with health and fitness. And then you can take advantage of that, because you've already built trust with them. So this document goes through a couple of different types of objections, just general objections about the products or the programs. It talks about objections of time, and money. So that's probably the 3 biggest types of objections that you'll hear, is just, probably not knowing enough about the products or the programs, or, having some excuses, or not understanding how they can have enough time, or they're not sure if it's for them, or, I've tried some things in the past and it hasn't worked. I don't think this will work either. So those are kind of some general objections. Time commitments. People have the objection that they're so busy, they just don't have time to spend on themselves, or work on their health and fitness, or that they just don't want to be overcommitted, and they just feel like it's just not something they can fit in. Money objections, really just not being able to afford it, and really helping them to see the value in that, and what that can do for them too. So let's go through a couple of these so you can just kind of see that, what that is. So, for example, every time I do that sort of thing, it didn't work, so just kind of that general, hey, I've tried plans before and it didn't work. Again, instead of just saying, respond to that in a question. Well, I would never want that to happen. What hasn't worked for you in the past? Why didn't it work? Just as important as finding out what's important to them and what will work is finding out what hasn't worked and finding out why it hasn't worked for them, so that you can help be a solution provider to help them with that, what they need to. Maybe, like, for example, me, what I had that excuse, and it was just about nutrition, and I just said, well, I just don't have time to count calories and to write all my food down and do all of these things, but and that didn't work for me in the past. So really trying to think about why that didn't work really helped me to kind of see some things about the 21-day fix that really would work for me, and why it did work for me, because it simplified that system of how I was tracking things to really work for me too. So time constraints, some good questions to ask with that is, tell me more about what a typical day looks like for you, or a typical week looks like for you. What makes your day so hectic, and what would work for you. What would the right balance look like for you if you could have a perfect scenario? Maybe it'll come out that they have 30 minutes that they can work out, but they don't have an hour. And, typically we think of working out and we think that we have to work out for a whole hour. So, know that, and you can, knowing that now, you can find the right program for them. Maybe it's T25, where it's 25 minutes a day, or the 21-day fix, where they can work out for just 30 minutes a day. Maybe it's helping them to really look at their schedule and sharing some examples of how you've made time and made it work for you in your busy schedule too. Money, what would you need to see to make this valuable for you as an experience when they say, I can't afford it? Empathize with them, talk to them about the 30-day guarantee, and how they're able to, if this doesn't work, that they don't have to commit and they can get 100% refund. And we want them to take advantage of that if it doesn't work, because we want people not to worry about that. We want them to feel good about going through this program, giving it all that they've got. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about just some ways to help people, because it's kind of how you respond to helping them with the objection, to really, again, just share your experience. You're not trying to overload them with product knowledge or, a lot of fancy language or science about Shakeology. It's not the facts that help people. It's the stories. It's sharing your experience. That's what's really going to help people see the value and what these things can do. So don't forget that. It's, you don't have to know everything, and sometimes it's better not to, because sometimes we just want to tell everybody everything all at one time and give them everything that we have. And that's not really what they need, because facts don't really help them to make a good decision. It's hearing your story and your experience and how you overcame some of the same challenges or trials that they are having or experiencing or think they'll experience, that will really help them to see how they can do it and how this works for them. So let me teach you a couple of those techniques that are outlined here. So the first one is, I don't know. All I know is, so helping somebody, you aren't necessarily in their situation, so maybe you can't say, I felt the same way or found the same thing. Say, hey, I don't know about that, but what I do know and how this has helped me is blank, so, and then share your experience. So like with this one, I don't know about that. All I know is I wouldn't let money be something that stopped me. I had a few people enroll as coaches and making a list of people to invite to a challenge group. You invite your list of people, and it only takes 3 to 4 to say yes, and you can earn enough money to pay back the cost of what you spend on your products. Would that be something that you might want to give a try, right? And then ask them. That's an invitation to ask them. It can't hurt to try. Is that something that you think would work for you, right? So I don't know, but all I do know. So share some experience of what has worked. Here's another one. I don't know about that. All I know is if I were serious about, whatever that pain is they've had, that I'd find a way to pull the money together. But don't let money be your excuse. I know you're serious about doing this, so let's find a way to make it happen. Would you like to spend a few minutes exploring how you could save money or how you could change a few things to help you to be able to invest in this program, right? Like I know when I invested in Shakeology, I was really hesitant to spend that much money, especially I'd recently quit my job and cut our income in half. So, it was a lot of money to put out of our budget, which was pretty tight. But once I really thought about it and then sat down with my husband and said, okay, well, if we really commit to this and we replace Shakeology instead of stopping at the convenience store or eating out for lunch, packing lunch from home and taking our Shakeology and doing that, and we just kind of brainstormed a couple of ways that we could save money and we could really work Shakeology more into our food budget. So as we were able to do that, Shakeology all of a sudden became much more affordable. And in fact, we probably saved some money in some areas because we weren't going out quite so much and we were investing in this in a different way and looking at it differently than just an added expense on top of everything else we were doing. I stopped buying a lot of the processed foods that I was buying at the store, the chips and the candy and crackers, things like that. Like I tried to replace a lot of that more with fruits and vegetables that were on sale and using a lot of that extra money instead of buying those things to go towards my Shakeology as well. So use your experience of how it's worked for you and how it can, and be confident in how it can make an impact for them too. The second method that I wanted to teach you tonight is the feel, felt, found. So this is a great way because you really want to first let people know that you're listening to them, that you're hearing what they're saying, and two, that you can empathize and understand how they're feeling. So I totally understand how you feel. I felt the same way. If you felt the same way, or I had a friend, whoever it was, that also felt that same way. And what I found was blank, and then share your experience. So if I were talking to somebody who, said, hey, Shakeology is just too expensive. I ate, $4 a meal. How am I going to be able to afford that? Hey, I totally understand how you feel. In fact, I felt the same way. When I first started using Shakeology, we had just cut our budget and, we just didn't have room for extra expenses like adding Shakeology. But what I found as we started to look at our budget was that there was other things that we could do and that we probably would want to do if we were serious about taking care of our health, like stopping going to the convenience store for my husband before work every day. And, instead of eating out for lunch as much, we would pack our lunch or eat at home so that we'd have better options and we'd be able to save some money there because Shakeology really is at the low end cost of a healthy meal. So we were saving at least a couple of dollars there every time that we chose to eat at home. And what we found happened is that we were able to save enough to actually pay for our Shakeology and work our Shakeology into our food budget. Does that sound like a plan that might work for you? Do you feel like there's some ways that you can look into your budget that might be able to help you if you sacrifice in some other areas or give some other things up and add Shakeology in instead, that you'd be able to afford it? And that's it. That's all you have to ask them. It's, again, just an invitation for them. And just always go, I would say, no matter how you're handling the objection, ask a lot of questions. Again, empathize and share your experience with them, but have the right intent, right? We always want to be, we're here to help people first and foremost, no matter how they get healthy or what they choose to do. We just want to help promote a good, healthy lifestyle for people. And as we do that, it's going to come back to us to be able to help more people and to help them with Shakeology and to help them with Beachbody products and programs. To be able to do that too. So always make sure you're intent and that you're leading with your heart. You're leading with helping them first, not just trying to get them to buy a challenge pack. And it'll always come in return for you in the right ways too. So that's it. That's what I wanted to share about objections. I'd love to role play with you guys. I'd love to go through some of the common objections that you guys are having, to be able to help you to do that too. So what I'd like to do is schedule one-on-one calls with each of you to kind of just do a check-in, Mark, this week as far as how things are going with your inviting, to talk about some of the obstacles that you're facing, to talk about some of the things that are going well, and to be able to help you to set that up. So if you would, and you're interested to do that one-on-one, I'm going to put that onus on you to help get that set up. So if you will, after this call tonight, send me 2 or 3 times this week that will work for you, that we can jump on the phone for a 15-minute call and go through some of those things. Just do a quick check-in on how things are going, look at your business activity tracker and how your daily activities are going, and then talk about any objections that you have as well. And we'll get that set up. So thank you for jumping on tonight. And again, if you have any other questions, I'm going to post this in the group too. So go ahead and just tag questions there, and we'll have a great discussion. So I hope you're tracking your points as far as your invites and things like that, and taking advantage of the competition this week to do your 3 vital behaviors and to invite people and to help set up the groups that you want that can help you to earn some points and some free swag. So, all right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.